Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be doing source code assessment and remote code debugging in jar and war files in Java environment. And the application we are choosing is a damn vulnerable Java application, and we'll be going with the approach where we have a war file only, then we get the source code out of it, and then we'll start our remote code debugging and the source code assessment. So let's do it. One thing before we start, I would like to mention here that you should know how to make a programming environment. These days I'm using Docker especially to make a programming environment and make environment where application can run. So Docker is a great tool where you will already find predefined programming environment where you just need to pull the Docker image and start your program or the application. So please make sure that you give a try on the Docker. It will be very helpful in doing source code assessment and remote code debugging. After after running your application on the Docker environment, you will have and after building it, you will find the building instruction over this GitHub page. I'll mention this link in the description of the video. And apart from that, now we have this .war file which we need to open in the GDGUI where we can get the source out of it. So when you open this file in the GDGUI, you will know its components. So here you can see the jQuery and others, other what you call web application related stuff. Apart from that, you will find classes here. So everything that is required to run that application on the web is there. And then we'll simply, what we will do is save all the sources. And okay, so now we just save the source code to our desktop. Let's save it. It will generally take time. It totally depends on the web application size and the classes and the source code. So let's wait. So after extracting the code from the WAR file, we have this folder. In WebVNF, in classes, we have the source code, and in the COM folder, you can see the source code controllers and everything here. So what we need to do is that we need to arrange the code in this kind of folder structure. I'm going to show you. So this is the starting from the source, then main, then Java, then com go. So if you navigate back and forth, you can see go. Yes. So here's the folder: source, main, Java, com, go, dbga. Why we are doing it? Because if you don't do it, then the debugger won't recognize the the package structure, and it will going to throw us some error. So it's very important to do this step. So this is the step. So now we'll be starting the application, and we'll be starting it with some environment variable so that our debugger can catch it. So now I have opened the source code from the retrieved WAR file, and we need to do one thing. We need to change that package statement so that our debugger can pick that up. Okay, so we just need to delete this line, this part of the statement, that's all, and save this. And okay, then I have already unable to open. Wait a minute. Okay, so I think I need to create a file. Okay, so I need to create a fresh file. Okay, so I have copied this from this and I'll paste here. Okay, I'm gonna save this. So now we are going to start the application from the Docker console, and we'll be providing it with some debugging variable in Maven. So this statement I'll be copying it and pasting it on the console. Okay, then I'll run the application. Okay, so the application will run on the port 9229, and I'll open this in my web browser. So I think it's already open, but let me open it with a new context. Okay, I think it's taking. Okay, so it's open. So the application is working correctly. Now we just need to put some breakpoints on it and try to see in the Visual Studio Code is it get hit or not. So after setting all the configuration and running the environment, we'll be putting the breakpoint here. Here we will check that that user is authenticated via password or username, and we'll see that is this breakpoint get hit or not. So we'll start the debug attach configuration. So right now the debugger is on, and I'll go to that page and enter the user detail, and so our breakpoint is hit on this line number, and I'll hit the next button in the debugger and try to see. Okay, so the user is authenticated. We hit our first breakpoint. Let's hit another breakpoint. So one problem I faced during putting the breakpoint in different file is that whenever you put a new breakpoint in a file, you need to start the debugger from that file. So I don't know why it's happening, but that's the phenomena which I have discovered during the source code assessment and the remote code debugging. So if you want to hit these points, you need to start the debugger from this file. Oh, first we need I forgot to mention that first we need to change this package structure, because our debugger won't be able to find the concerned file when the hit point when we go to the hit point. So sorry, I'm like it's not hit point, it's breakpoint. So let's start. Okay, so now we have how many? Three breakpoints. You can see in the window we have 3 breakpoints. Now let's see. Again, I'm logging out the file. Okay, this time I'm going to enter a wrong password. So let's see. Submit. Okay, this breakpoint is it. Then this. Okay, this is in the user authentication service .java file. Then the next one and the next one, and we get a authentication failed. So that's how we are going to put breakpoints in the retrieved source code files from the jar files or the var files. So that's the thing we need to understand. The main thing here we need to understand is that the package architecture. We need to structure our retrieved source code in a particular folder structure. So I hope you like this video, and please like the video and subscribe my channel for new videos on source code and reverse engineering and other cyber security topics. Thank you.